This podcast is sponsored by the following sponsors. The RealReal. Buy and sell luxury clothing, bags, and more on The RealReal. Get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/happy. Shopify. The e-commerce platform I trust for Glōci. Sign up for your $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/happy. Brevo. Meet the all-in-one marketing and CRM platform for your business. Get started free or save 50% for 3 months with code HAPPY at brevo.com/happy. Airbnb. Start making money by listing your home on Airbnb with the support of an experienced co-host. Find a co-host at airbnb.com/host.
Feel that money in your bank account one last time. And go ahead and open your eyes, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Oh, you all look way richer. Okay. I love hearing those shares, and I one of the most fun parts about this mastermind is the amount of time that I get to spend with all of you, like uninterrupted, sometimes 20, 30, 45 minutes with, deep conversations with different groups of you. And I know for Chris and I, what we're always working on in our life, and I believe what you guys are always working on and what we're going to do a little exercise on, which, heads up, Nick, I'm going to need some music in just a few minutes. Because I didn't tell him I was going to do this, but is really becoming just an energetic match for the money that we want to make. So it's like we know what we want to make, but we haven't yet. We kind of feel like there's like a miss in between who we are right now and then the money that we want to make. And Chris and I were just, I was sending him this podcast. I sent it to every single person. If you guys know, I had David Ghiyam on my podcast a little while ago, and he's really into just spirituality and all of these different things of money, of relationships. And for me, he's been able to explain things in a way that's like very easily broken down. And so I was sending Chris this podcast because he was talking about the energetics of money. And so we all have this idea of what type of money we want to make, financially, where we want to be financially. So I want you guys to start getting that number in your head for this year, just for this year. Some of you know, some of you don't. So try to just get a number in your head that feels like something that you want to do and that you could do. And so when you're thinking of that number, he was talking about how immediately when you start setting the goal for that number, you send a signal out to the universe, to the world, whatever, that you now need the problems that require you to become that person to get that money. And so it was such a unique way of looking at it for me because I know this, but at the same time, it's the response that every time a problem comes in, you actually thank it for being the path and the way to that money. Does that make sense? So instead of saying, oh my gosh, it's like I set this goal the second I left that mastermind, shit hit the fan. Who knows what I'm talking about? And I'm not saying that that's exactly what's going to happen, but I have noticed a pattern in our lives that when you set that goal, it's like things immediately come flooding in, or challenges with team. There's a reason for that. You guys, I have chills thinking about challenges with team when I got really, really clear on where I want to go with Glōci. And it was like those people just started revealing themselves and weeding themselves out in a very not comfortable way because they weren't the people who could get to that next place. And so every time you see a problem like this, it's really shifting into the understanding of, oh, this is the exact thing. Thank you for this. How can I get through this? Thank you for this moment, because this is going to be the path that's going to get me there. So just that shift of actually saying this might feel corny as hell, but a bunch of you were asking me if I've always been into just energy and visualization with everything that I've done, and the answer is yes. Literally every step of the way. And so it's hard for me to not share those things with you because it's such a large portion of what we do. We say prayers in the car holding hands around this room every single morning. So I literally would not, and whatever you believe, we pray to God, you can pray to universe, energy, whatever, but I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to not tell you, like, this is exactly what we do around all of it, because I know that you actually have to energetically shift and spiritually shift and, mentally shift. So I want to put us through just a little visualization. Does that feel good? To kind of just think about that number. And you know what? I want you to write it down in your book first. So first of all, I just want you to write it in your book. Maybe we make it like a contract. Like, this is the amount that I have made in 2025, and then just sign it right below it. All right. Okay. So just uncross your legs if you want to get comfortable. For this one, if you want to put your palms up, I just feel like that's such a receiving position. Get comfortable, put your back on the chair. And Nick, if you want to start some music for me, go ahead and close your eyes. Okay, we'll just take 3 deep breaths here, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. And just one more, in through your nose. Out through your mouth. And I just want you to get really present in the room. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the back of your chair. Just kind of see if there's any tension through your body that you can just let go of right now. Maybe you have some tightness in your neck from launching chickens onto bullseyes. Just totally see if you can let go a little bit more and relax. Just do a full body scan and just let go a little bit more. And breathe into it. So I just want you to take that financial goal that you saw on your paper, and I just want you to put it in front of you. Just see if you can write it out. Some of you are visual, some of you aren't, so just think of the number or see the number in your head. And I want you to ask, who do I need to become in order to hold this amount of money? Because money is energy, and it can only expand when you can hold it. So it's not just about attracting it, but it's really about becoming the person who can manage it, who can sustain it and grow it. And I want you to imagine that you are waking up in the morning and you're logging into your bank account and you see that amount of money in your bank account. And you sit there and you picture all of the opportunities that it's been able to bring and the investments that you've been able to make, the experiences that you've been able to have, and the impact that you've been able to create. And I want you to really breathe into the feeling of receiving that this is actually yours. And just notice how your body is responding. Does it feel exciting? Does it feel possible? Does it feel expansive? Or maybe some of you are feeling a little resistant. So just ask yourself, what part of me needs to expand in order to hold all of this energy, all of this money? Because it's literally just asking you to grow, maybe to a new level of confidence, to responsibility, to getting more clarity, because you're aware that it's also going to bring new challenges. But instead of fearing them, it's that actual belief that you are welcoming them, that you're letting go of the resistance around it and you're welcoming the exact problems and path that help you become the person who can hold it.
I'm so excited to share that this podcast is sponsored by The RealReal, the best place to shop authenticated luxury bags, clothing, watches, and so much more. Personally, I love finding unique, elevated pieces that feel like me, and The RealReal is one of my favorite places to discover them. Whether I'm looking for a one-of-a-kind Zimmermann dress or a classic YSL bag, I know I'm getting something super special and I'm getting it at a great value. The RealReal is attainable luxury that upgrades your personal style. With up to 90% off retail, you can finally have the pieces you've been dreaming of from brands like Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and so many others. Unlike other resale sites, everything The RealReal sells is authenticated in person by luxury and fashion experts. The RealReal is the go-to place for your next special piece. Need a dress for a fancy wedding? The perfect vacation sandals? Ready to invest in a new bag to add to your collection? Find exactly what you're looking for that no one else has at The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. With thousands of new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The RealReal. And now get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/happy. That's therealreal.com/happy to get your $25 off. Start shopping now at therealreal.com/happy. When I was very first starting Glōci, one of the most important things that we wanted to make sure we had was an incredible customer experience when they were on the website and when they were checking out. And I knew that it would be so incredibly important to make it seamless for them. And that is why we chose Shopify, because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not so secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%. And we all know if you don't have a great experience, you're going to bounce. And that is not a good thing for a business. And with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, that means way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales are going. Cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout I use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/happy. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/happy to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/happy.
So I want you to take a minute and just picture the different things that you know could be coming with it. And say thank you for them. Maybe you have some current problems right now that you're trying to overcome. And just look at them and say, thank you. I'm capable of handling this. I'm capable of holding this. And I welcome the expansion that comes with this goal. I welcome the expansion that comes with this goal. And I just want you to really feel into the other side of who you are once you know that you are able to hold this amount of money, this amount of energy. What does that person do? How do they respond? How do they respond when the frustration comes in? How do they respond when the doubt comes in? How do they respond when the problems come in? And take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just bring your presence back into the room. Get back into your body. Feel the back of the chair. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel that money in your bank account one last time. And go ahead and open your eyes, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Oh, you all look way richer. I mean, you look good. Oh, how did that feel for some of you? Good? Amazing? Good. I love that. Okay, so what I want to do is just have you write for a minute. I just want you to write who the person is that you had to become in order to have that amount of money in your bank account, to be a match for that. I'm just going to give you 2 minutes here. You can talk about maybe some resistance that you noticed, or you can talk about something that felt really good that you want to lean into. Awesome. Okay, so by show of hands, and be honest, did that help increase your confidence even by 10% in that number? Okay, that's awesome. So I just want to share. Imagine if you did a practice like that every single day, how that would shift you, because we don't pay attention to it. We don't focus on it, yet it's one of the main things that could get us really focused to move us toward it. And to remember, when these problems are coming in, not to wish them away, but to thank them and move through them with a little less resistance. So thank you guys for doing that with us.